name's Dan Schulman. I'm the Group President of American Express. And the role of enterprise growth in American Express is to think about the future of the financial services industry, how it might change, how technology might disrupt that going forward, and what threats might there be, but importantly, what opportunities could there be. And one of the opportunities that we've seen that has really become a rallying cry for American Express and a mission for us is using emerging technologies to breathe life into the words financial inclusion. In many ways, the financial system actually excludes a large proportion of the population. And we believe that the saying it's expensive to be poor doesn't have to be true. So ironically, the less money you have, the more it costs you to manage and move that money. And we think that we can use software and mobility, those platforms, put them together with existing American Express assets and fundamentally redefine the world of retail banking. Just like there's so many technological standards, you had NFC, you have QR scanning, you have low energy Bluetooth emerging at point of sale. You also have new technologies and new currencies that are emerging. So I think from our perspective, it's brand new. We want to make sure that we keep optionality open. We look at all of these technologies as they're emerging. We take a look at them, see where they are in their life cycle, and then make decisions around that.
So we're living in an age where people are more connected than they've ever been in human history. And this social media foundation is really enabling social funding or crowdfunding to emerge at a very fast rate. So it's very exciting what we're seeing happening here at Rocket Hub. Communities are self-organizing and really rallying around project leaders with great ideas that they want to fund and support. So I would say that crowdfunding is a very fast-growing movement. In a lot of ways, I think we're similar to what the early days of social media faced, fast growth and how do you handle infrastructure for growth, and kind of what unique challenges come for spaces that move very, very quickly. But we're pretty excited about the opportunities that are out there for our company and for the crowdfunding movement as a whole. So we're really excited to be part of the ON event and talk a little bit about what Rocket Hub is up to within the crowdfunding movement. And also what I really enjoyed was just listening to my fellow panelists that are in the online payment space, talking about some of the hottest trends out there. I'll actually say not only did I get a chance to talk a lot about something I'm passionate about, but I got a chance to learn a lot from this event, which was really exciting. I'm Brian Meese with Rocket Hub, and it's on.
So I'm Duncan Goldie-Scott, and I run 3 mobile payment companies in Kenya, dealing with the poor informal sectors in Kenya. Well, I was most interested in the Bitcoin discussion because it's interesting hearing Bitcoin explained, and I'm trying to start a Bitcoin business myself. And it's interesting listening to the questions from more regular members of the financial community who are still struggling to come to terms with the implications of digital currencies. I mean, most of my work is in Kenya, so this is a market where 85% of the population do not have any access to formal financial services. But in the last few years, we've seen the launch of mobile payment systems and mobile saving schemes that are now used by more than 80% of the population. So people can deposit money, send money to their families very cheaply over the mobile phone network, completely bypassing the banking system. So just as developing countries don't need a fixed telephone network, they don't need a banking system either. We can do everything on the mobile. One of my companies is a microfinance institution that only uses mobile payments and not cash. And so before I started that, I went down to a group meeting of traditional borrowers in a microfinance institution and demonstrated M-Pesa. And I was trying to work out how much training they would need to appreciate the benefits. And the first question I was asked after a demonstration was, when can we have it? So people understood it intuitively, instantly. And they could see the benefits. The main challenge we face at the moment is the remittance market, because a lot of Africa survives by people in the first world sending money back home. And that, to date, relies on the existing financial infrastructure, the banks and Western Union, and it's just way too expensive. Well, I love these networking events because obviously the people who come are the people who are interested in the same businesses as I am. And so I've met a dozen or more people who I will continue to engage with. It's been very useful. Duncan Goldie Scott, it's on.